Coming up, I'm going to be talking about How I Met Your Father, what's new on Disney Plus, and much more. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from whatsondisneyplus.com. It's Wednesday, it's time for our daily Disney Plus news update. So let's jump into some of it first off. If you are a fan of How I Met Your Mother, good news, the How I Met Your Father spin-off series has been commissioned for a second season, and it's going to have double the amount of episodes than the first season, with 20 episodes. Now, right now, the first season of How I Met Your Father is being released on Hulu, and it's going to be coming to Disney Plus around the world on March the 9th with 2 episodes and then new episodes dropping weekly. So that'll be running right through for a couple of months. But we've already had confirmation now that the second season is going ahead. Again, we don't know when that will be arriving. Imagine it's a little bit off. But it's great news ahead of a release of a series, because that's always a great thing, especially when it hasn't arrived on Disney Plus yet. When it's been cancelled before it arrives, it's always like, do we start watching it? At least with How I Met Your Father that it's good enough that they have kind of extended it. I've seen the first 4 episodes of the series. I can't wait to watch some more. It's a pretty cool, fun show. But let me know if you are excited about more episodes of How I Met Your Father arriving on Disney Plus and Hulu in the comments below. In some other Hulu news, according to TV Line, Promised Land is going to be moving from ABC over to Hulu after next week's episode drops. That's due to low ratings of this series, so there's going to be new episodes dropping every week on Hulu for the rest of the season. This show is just about to arrive on Disney Plus in some countries. This seems to be a thing that they do with these shows. They don't quite get them all out on time. So I don't think this series is looking like it's going to be around for very long. If they've shifted it away from ABC because the ratings have not been good enough, and it also, it's just not looking too good on this one. But hopefully, Promised Land will be arriving on Disney Plus around the world pretty soon. But yeah, just not good for that show overall. But if you've been watching Promised Land on ABC, let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts on the show. And in our last bit of Hulu news today, if you are an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you can now claim up to 2 months free Hulu with ads in the US only. So you just go into the perks section inside your Xbox marketplace, and then you'll find it in there. So if you aren't already a Hulu member, you might as well check it out. Again, it's only for US subscribers. But that's all that Hulu news out the way. Let's move now on to some Disney Plus news. So it is Wednesday. That means it's time for some new content, and there's been a little bit dropped here and there. It was a little bit of a quiet week. No major big Disney Plus original. The only one we did get everywhere was the assembled Making of Eternals episode. There was also some new legacy content. In the US, there was a couple of new additions, including the Science of Stupid documentary series, along with Lost Treasures of Egypt Season 3. While also in the US and in Canada, the Lego Freemaker Adventures return. Don't yet know when that one's going to be arriving everywhere else. Hopefully it's pretty soon. Also today in Canada, they got some new episodes of Snowdrop, along with some FX series, including Season 1 of Mrs. America and Seasons 1 and 2 of Mr. In Between. There was also a new episode of Pam and Tommy drop onto Disney Plus around the world and on Hulu in the United States. So that's definitely kind of the major big star original dropping right now. Definitely worth watching that show. Really recommend it. While in Australia and New Zealand, they got some new episodes of Single Drunk Female, the new South Korean drama series Grid, along with the very first episode of a brand new series, Abbott Elementary, along with Men on a Mission. In New Zealand, they also got a new episode of This Is Us, along with the Season 1 of Filthy Rich and World's Deadliest Season 3. Plus, they also got some new episodes of the South Korean drama series Rookie Cops and the finale of Our Kind of People. Interestingly enough as well, for those of us in the UK and Ireland, we also got the very first episode of Our Kind of People, and we're going to be getting new episodes every week. Not sure why this one wasn't announced in advance or kind of any publicity about this series. Doesn't look like it's going to be returning for a second season in a kind of a similar vein to what's happened with Promised Land, where the ratings weren't too good. But nevertheless, it's another brand new series that you can sort of check out over the next couple of months on Disney Plus in the UK. Other new releases in the United Kingdom today, including the French Dispatch movie, plus new episodes of Big Sky, The Wonder Years, Queens, The Resident, Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir, along with new episodes of Maya Royal Detective, One Mississippi Seasons 1 and 2, along with the National Geographic documentary Europe from Above, and another really interesting release, Blackpink the Movie. So nevertheless, So there we go, that's all of today's content that's been added. Let me know what you're going to be watching in the comments below. Not such a big release this week. Next week you got like Free Guy in the US, and you got some more series and stuff coming up internationally with Star Plus. But yeah, so it's always a bit of a funny one without having like the big episode of Boba Fett this morning. It was very noticeable of not having that kind of excitement about watching something when it first dropped. But nevertheless, hopefully soon we'll be getting the updates on what's officially coming to Disney Plus in March. I've already put up some articles on the website giving a rough idea of the things we know so far, but hopefully we'll be getting that information this week. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.